15 now, your voice, your vote, and we continue to look ahead to tonight's presidential debate.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump set to face off for their first and possibly only debate. Joining us now to provide some local perspective is David McLennan, professor of political science at Meredith College. Professor McLennan, we've seen these candidates put a lot of resources into winning our state. Why is North Carolina playing such a pivotal role in this election?
Well, John, really this election is going to come down to a handful of states to determine the Electoral College victory, and North Carolina, with its 16 Electoral College votes, is critical for both candidates. Donald Trump has won North Carolina twice, and without North Carolina, his pathway to victory is a little bit narrow. Kamala Harris obviously doesn't need North Carolina as much as he does, but if she picked up North Carolina, she could suffer a loss somewhere else.
Now, the polls show the race is up in the air for the most part. What do the candidates need to do tonight to make their case to North Carolina voters?
Well, I think each has a different task. Harris, because she is relatively new on the presidential ticket, needs to really introduce herself to a number of North Carolinians. 28% of national voters say they don't know enough about Kamala Harris. And so she's got to both introduce herself and her policy positions, and also try to define Donald Trump in the ways that she's been doing in advertising, but this is going to give her a big audience. Trump, on the other hand, has got an opportunity to define Harris in the way that benefits him. So you'll hear him come out trying to paint her in terms that North Carolinians might see as too liberal or too dangerous for being president.
One more quick question, Professor. Do you think this will be the only debate that we'll see?
I think it is. I mean, we're getting down into the last 7 weeks of the campaign, and actually less than that, last few weeks of the campaign. And, pulling off a debate is not easy. And I think both candidates see the risk in this. It's an opportunity, but also a risk. So, John, I think this is going to be the one and only debate we'll see the two perform in.
All right, political science professor David McLennan at Meredith, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Glad to be with you.